We are about to enter the outer limits of the Taiidan Empire. As we approach the galactic core, resistance is expected to increase. We have identified a weak point in the enemy defenses. There is a remote research station located near an active supernova. It should only have a minor garrison protecting it. It is time to hunt the enemy as they have hunted us.
Hello and welcome back to Homeworld.
We have cleared the Outer Rim dust bank.
Nice little space station there.
The research station is located here. Assemble a heavy strike force and destroy it.
The supernova is 215 light years away. It is emitting intense radiation.
Strike craft are especially vulnerable to this radiation. Capital ships will be the most effective due to their heavy armor. Research Division reports it is now equipped for proximity sensor technology. We advise commencing research immediately.
Proximity sensor
Commencing
technology.
proximity detector research.
Done. Okay, this mission. Our goal is to head from our position here all the way over to the position over here and destroy the Taiidan research station over yon. It's not going to be easy because it is complicated as usual by the fact that anything outside of these nice little dust banks, which if you give me 1 second, I'm going to send my resourcing team over to this small patch of asteroids. Step number 1 in all situations. So these little specks here are dust banks. And in this particular map, if we exit the dust banks, if we go out into open space like over here, we will be damaged. And fighters and stuff will be taken out in about 5 frickin' seconds. It's ridiculous. They die so quickly. So our goal is, of course, to not do that. If you make it your goal to kill yourself, you have a serious problem, and you need to really think about that and try to fix the situation.
The enemy is using mines. Research Division reports it can produce a Corvette-class mine-laying ship.
I love that.
We advise commencing research immediately.
Well, we're working on proximity sensor technology. Look, you cannot tell us to commence research on multiple things at the same time because I am way too cheap to get a second research ship. That's just the situation. We don't really need one for the campaign.
Proximity detector research complete.
Is that so?
Proximity sensor available for construction.
Shut up. Okay, I'm going to build a proximity sensor. It's going to be fine.
Production
These
underway.
things will, if an enemy comes within their range, which is
Proximity
a certain distance.
Radiation is much heavier than we expected. Sensors indicate that these veins of space dust may have shielding properties. We recommend using the veins for protection.
Commander, can you please stop interrupting me? I'm trying to explain to them. What am I trying to explain to them? Proximity sensors. So they have a certain range. And if an enemy enters within the range, it will give me a warning that the enemy is there. It's very nice. Okay, so back to the mission at hand. We, of course, have to travel through the dust clouds to reach the research station over there. However, the enemy, Taiidan, being the little pricks that they are, because they are viciously disgusting pricks. I mean, oh, it's terrible to look at.
Tech research.
They have put bombs, mines specifically, all through this dust belt, which are just going to wreck anything that tries to go through. So what we are going to do, this is a little tactic I devised at some point, it's somewhere along the line. It's a really good tactic for this. What we are going to do is just tank every friggin' mine in the world with this one destroyer. Now, the destroyer itself cannot possibly survive this situation. It's way too much. You guys probably shouldn't be in formation either. I'm a prick, I put you guys in formation, you shouldn't be in formation. Not here, you don't maneuver as well. Okay. So this destroyer is going to be supported by 3, count them 3 support frigates. This destroyer is going to be the absolute boss and just fly directly into every mine in the situation. It's going to be really bad on one hand, but really good on the other hand. So, as he gets hit, the support frigates will heal him. And I've never lost the destroyer doing this, but it gets pretty close at times. It could happen one day. And of course, when we come to the mine layer corvettes, we are going to absolutely eat them alive. Okay. The resources have reached the resource vein. The carrier will act as a resource controller to protect them so that they don't have to go back and forth from the mothership. And as soon as they are finished with this patch, we really need to pay attention because we need to stop them from trying to go all the way over to the other patch and killing themselves. They do have a propensity to do that, which may or may not be an actual word. I think I just terribly mispronounced it. But regardless, it's okay. So, in addition to having that one destroyer, we need to have support for the destroyer coming up behind it. Because, of course, you can't just send one soldier into battle all on his own. Games like XCOM and Xenonauts have thoroughly taught us that, of course, you need to have an actual squad. This would be one of the reasons why you need to have an actual squad. These guys are gonna wreck house. These are not mines. Hello, interceptors. I also don't necessarily want to send my fighters out against these guys because it gets a bit hairy. They can accidentally fly out of the dust vein. It's an awkward situation all around. Anyway, this destroyer is pretty much not caring about the fact that these ships exist because we've got our support frigates, which are now coming under fire by great. So pretty much it's a bad situation. Look, as soon as the other destroyers show up, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna eat them alive. Trust me. We're gonna get to see legitimately how powerful the missile destroyer is, because the missile destroyer is ridiculously powerful against little fighters like interceptors. It's gonna tear you to pieces. It's gonna be like a shark attacking an unexpected seal. The seal, of course, thinking itself safe, is not protecting its succulent underbelly. And the shark, which has noticed the unprotected underbelly of the seal, is now going to feast upon that underbelly, covered in blubber, of course, because blubber is the most delicious. It's going to feast upon it and wreck the poor seal. That's pretty much the same thing that's going to happen between these interceptors and this missile destroyer here. I mean, look at that. They don't stand a chance. They've been torn to pieces. Those guided missiles are crazy. You done? You done yet? Oh, come on. There's only one single brave interceptor. Unfortunately, one single brave interceptor cannot survive against 4 powerful missiles. Yeah, he's dead now. Whew. Well, that wasn't particularly threatening. If I were to give it a rating, I would between, like, I don't know, a baby seal and a great white shark, I would probably give it somewhere around a mackerel. Which you would think a mackerel would be...
Mine layer corvette available for construction.
Mine layer corvettes? Cool. Shut up. You would think that a mackerel would be weaker than a seal. But look, there's something that needs to be taken into consideration. Have you ever faced a situation in which a man, or a woman, doesn't really matter, takes a mackerel in hand by the tail, of course, completely intact, guts and everything, and just wails on you, just gives you a good smack across the face with that mackerel? I bet it hasn't happened. No. That is the real danger of the mackerel. Not the mackerel in and of itself, which is just a fish just swimming around. It's not particularly dangerous. I mean, if it happened to be like flailing around on the deck of a ship, and you happen to be there and it like hits you in the leg, that might hurt a bit, but it's not going to hurt a ton. It's really when it's being wielded as a weapon against you that you have serious problems on your hands. So it would probably be around the level of a mackerel that was the danger of those interceptors. We are also currently in the minefield at its head. The minefield does a lot of damage, but the triple support frigate is going to do the job well. Look at this guy. This is him. He put the mines here. He's like, ho ho ho, traveler, look at you. I'm a mine layer corvette, and you're being shot by my mines. How nice. And of course, he didn't realize that, of course, the destroyer is going to absolutely destroy him with his ion cannons because he doesn't particularly enjoy mines hitting people. Apparently, the mine layer corvette was also Santa, coming out with the ho ho ho. How nice. Shut up, destroyer. You're fine. You're like, oh, I'm taking damage, fleet. You're not taking that much damage. It's only like the entire left half of the ship that has now been bombarded by high explosives in the form of mines. So he's gonna be fine, I swear. I swear.
Coordinates confirmed.
Okay, what do we got here? What else do we have? Mr. Destroyer. Mr. Destroyer, look ahead of you. Gaze deeply into the fact that all of those little tiny orange dots are mines. And this is gonna hurt a lot. I believe this is the situation in which we need to be concerned about. Oh, look! Look at him! He's upside down! Never seen them just sitting upside down. I mean, technically, he's just as right side up as I am. There's only relative up and down in space, although technically there's only relative up and down on a planet as well. Up and down relative to the gravity. Oh my lord, cancel. Don't go any closer! Don't attract any of the mines! Oh, the damage is severe! Cabin boy Willie just got hit by a mine directly in the leg. Oh, he's not gonna be able to walk anymore. Poor cabin boy Willie. I'm sorry, you had so much potential, Willie. Now it's all gone because you don't have a leg anymore. And how can you have a potential as a good soldier of the Kushan military without a leg? You really need a leg to work, like, the ignition pedals of the interceptor, which is, of course, where every good soldier begins. They all start out in interceptors. And anyone who doesn't get absolutely killed, they're like, yeah, he's pretty good. He's decent. Let's go with that guy. And they put him on a destroyer, and they're like, okay, you're the cabin boy now. And unfortunately, cabin boys lose their legs when mines hit the legs. I mean, there's not very many people who don't lose their leg when a mine hits it. But, I mean, it's still not the best. How's our resourcing doing? They're almost done. We'll have to keep that in mind. We're also going to pull up the majority of the fleet. Not the fighters, of course, because I'm not even going to deal with them in this mission. Don't care about you, you stinking, disgusting fighters. Who do you think you are, fighters? You think you fight people? You don't do that, you just die! That's how it happens. Perhaps a bit aggressive, but still. I think it gets the point across. Look at these guys. They're stinking little spawn campers.
Group 9 to combat stations.
Group 9 is in a minefield. Taking damage, fleet.
There's a heavy cruiser back there. There is a Taiidan heavy cruiser sitting in that belt.
Group 9 reporting enemy contact.
That
Construction
only
commencing.
means one thing. We're gonna need to take that
Production
Taiidan
underway.
heavy cruiser. It's gonna be ours. Okay. Current mission objective is to get enough salvage corvettes to engage the heavy cruiser, which is going to be 5. It takes, count them, 5 salvage corvettes to capture a heavy cruiser. I don't know if you care, but regardless, that's the situation. And we really want that Taiidan heavy cruiser, because if we can get one now, that's going to be like a brilliant situation. We're not going to be able to build a Taiidan heavy... We're not going to be able to build our own heavy cruisers for like, I don't even know, it might be 2 or 3 missions. And we will, of course, because I love Kushan heavy cruisers. I also love Taiidan heavy cruisers. I love anything that has so many guns as a friggin' heavy cruiser. So many weapons. So we are going to capture that heavy cruiser. And we are going to use salvage what should I call this? Salvage maneuver number 7. This particular maneuver has proven to be very effective in the past. I didn't use it previously for some friggin' reason I don't even know. What we are going to do is we are going to have all of our salvage corvettes accompanied by repair corvettes. Because unlike support frigates, repair corvettes can actually keep up with a salvage corvette. It's a small situation when the thing that's trying to save you can't even keep up with you. So we use a repair corvette for each of them. This will try to keep them alive as they make the approach against the heavy cruiser. And then we're going to latch on and bring it back. It should be able to bring it back. Yeah, it's like a straight line through the dust cloud. We should be fine. They're gonna be fine. Trust me, they're gonna be fine. Are you questioning it? Stop questioning. I would think at this point you can understand that it's best not to question me. Even if you are correct and I'm completely wrong, I don't actually care. It doesn't matter. I'm just stubborn like that.
Repair corvette complete.
What's 6? What's 7? Some ion corvettes? Okay. Group 7 is no longer ion corvettes.
Group 7 designated.
Group 7 is a bunch of salvage corvettes.
Diverting power to engines.
Okay, let's go.
New heading set.
They're going to head out. So, what particular strategy should we use in the capturing of this heavy cruiser? I'm thinking we use the tank it all strategy. We're going to have, of course, our destroyers and other frigates engage the 2 destroyers that were escorting the heavy cruiser. I don't know if you saw those. I did see them, and I was very concerned and freaking out. And then we'll take out the destroyers, and we'll send in the salvage corvettes so that only the heavy cruiser can attack the salvage corvettes. We have more than enough, so if we do lose a salvage corvette, we'll be in a good position to try to still try to capture it. Shouldn't take very long to kill all of those destroyers with this much firepower. Oh, look at him. Look at him. That's a Kadesh fuel pod. Guess what that's worth? Nothing! It's worth literally nothing. It's got one little tiny, measly, pathetic gun on it. Oh, it's disgusting. What are you guys doing? No, stop! Return!
New heading set.
Return to the carrier.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, Lord, you're trying to go for resources. There's even something over there. It's probably a mine layer corvette. I can't remember. It's probably a mine layer corvette, and it's gonna kill you. It's gonna be bad.
Ready for orders.
Okay. We just have to await the arrival of the salvage corvette. Of course, this audio is probably going to be cut because it's gonna take forever for these salvage corvettes to get over here, and it's ridiculous. Good Lord. Perhaps we can get a bit closer. Inch closer to the destroyers, the heavy cruiser, without actually alerting them, so that we can examine our enemy in earnest. What do we have? Ah, yes, here we are. Nope. They have noticed us. Okay, we're in a good situation. This is interesting. It appears that only the destroyers are engaging us at this time, so we're going to pull back and attempt to get far enough away from the heavy cruiser that we don't alert it. This is the perfect situation. Turn around. Quicker. No, stop it. Stop it. Just run. Run for your life. Nope, the heavy cruiser has noticed us. It's best if we just turn around and fight. Destroyers, engage the enemy destroyer. Eat it alive. Make it rue the day that it messed with the Kushan. And please stop running into... Oh, Lord. They're attacking the support frigate. Bad situation. Bad situation. Poor support frigate is under very heavy fire. Missile destroyer, you're going to have to come in and assist.
Frigate lost.
Oh no, we lost the support frigate. That's going to be really bad because we want to be able to hold out against that heavy cruiser without losing anything. We're going to need support frigates to be able to do that. Oh my Lord, that is a lot of firepower coming down on those guys. No, don't engage my support frigate. Don't do it. You think you're so cool engaging my support frigate? Just don't. Just think about what you're doing. They have a family. I think. I don't know, actually. Perhaps we only...
Lost.
Oh, there goes another support frigate. Great. Great. 2 support frigates down. Our destroyer is taking very heavy damage. Pull out of the situation. Pull out. It's got a heavy cruiser and a destroyer bearing down on it. It's not gonna survive. Oh, Lord. Willie! Why, Willie? You'd only lost a leg before, now you're going to lose your life. How are you doing? What are you guys doing? Just sitting here. You need to get into the situation. Engage the heavy cruiser. Everyone pull out, pull out, pull out, pull out. Pull out. Enter evasive tactics. You enter evasive tactics as well. Do not engage the opposing heavy cruiser. Go, 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 go. That destroyer will be a valiant destroyer and tank all of the damage in the world. Oh, whew. Okay, we haven't lost... Well, actually, I was going to say we haven't lost anything, but we totally have lost something. We lost 2 support frigates, which is actually quite a bit. Come on, salvage corvettes. Don't let me down now, salvage corvettes. We're actually going to recoup our losses immediately.
Group 9
Come on.
under attack.
You have to get in and assist the destroyer. It's also attacking the support frigate. That's not good. It's very not good. Try to get down behind the destroyer so he can't hit you anymore. Oh, Lord almighty. I think we might lose a destroyer here. Oh, God! No, what are you doing not healing him? Heal him! You fool! Where are the salvage corvettes? They're too far away. Oh. You were a good warrior! I commend your efforts. Oh, the support frigate's totally gone.
Frigate
That's
lost.
not a question. Oh, we've lost so much against this. All in the name of trying to capture it, which is kind of sad. We totally could have killed it without losing anything. But we're going to capture it, and we're going to recoup our losses. I mean, a heavy cruiser is worth like 3,500 RU. That is way more than the cost of the things that it's destroyed so far. So I think we're fine. It hasn't taken a particularly large amount of damage, as it appears. Nobody is to engage it, except for the salvage corvettes, whose only job at this point is to engage it. Please stop engaging it so you don't accidentally hit the salvage corvettes. Oh, we got it. We got it, don't we? Stop it! Stop shooting missiles at it! It's burning! You can't destroy it! It's ours! Whew. Have we done it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, we've got one more salvage corvette that needs to capture it. It's clipping through the heavy cruiser. Very concerning. But it's
Support
almost at the
frigate
point.
complete.
So close! Oh, eat it! Eat it! We got it! The heavy cruiser is ours. There we go! All losses have been recouped. This destroyer is clipping through the mothership. There's an unusually large amount of clipping occurring. We're not at a haircuttery, people. You can't do that. So see, they have a massive wall of defenders. My original plan was to sit out here and missile all of these guys until we killed like half of them, and then go in with destroyers and engage the research station. But this is a much more fun plan. Much more fun. We're just gonna do a frontal assault in the rear, which isn't technically a frontal assault, but I don't really care. You just have to understand that that technicality doesn't matter to me at all. So we are going to not give a crap. Okay. Go in there. Eat them alive. I don't even care. We're flying through open space to do this. I am at that level of not caring where I'm just going to send them directly into the fray.
Intercept course punched in.
Engage the ion cannon frigates, as they are the greatest threat to our fleet at this moment. Missile destroyer, it is your job to take out the defenders.
Engaging.
And the assault frigates will do what everyone else is doing and kill some ion cannon frigates. It's gonna be fine. Look at that. They're falling like flies. As soon as those destroyers get in. Watch this, you stupid pricks. Everyone go to
destroy
aggressive.
the garrison protecting the station. Enemy units cannot be allowed to escape, or they may alert the Empire to our presence.
Yeah, it's a situation. Engage the carrier.
We are picking up a quantum wave effect. A Taiidan carrier is loading ships and powering up. It must be destroyed before it can hyperspace.
Take it down. Okay, we got multi-beam frigates on it. I'm gonna try to break the formation so that they can move easier. Come on, guys. Open fire. Oh, that carrier stands no chance. Carrier stood 0 chance. Destroyers, take out the ion cannon frigates. Assault frigates, engage those corvettes. Oh, it's chaos out here. They don't stand a chance. 10, engage that ion cannon frigate. Our destroyer is taking a bit of damage, but I think we're going to be fine. You done with that? Engage that one. Group 6, how are you doing? These are multi-gun corvettes. That's better than if they were heavy corvettes. Heavy corvettes would make shorter work of our situation. They've got a lot of assault frigates coming in. There's quite a lot of assault frigates. 9 engaged there. 10 engage here. We're gonna lose some ships, I think. Probably should have used the smarter strategy. When I look back at my choices, I've considered that they're probably bad ones. On the other hand, it's far more interesting to have a big battle, isn't it? I mean, interesting and deadly tend to go hand in hand in this game, so... Oh, it's unfortunate. Engage there. You guys are still in formation? Move out of formation. There we go. I think 10 is fully out of formation. We've lost a multi-beam frigate, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It is the end of the world, isn't it? We can't get another one. We just lost one of our unique vessels. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Nothing is what we're gonna do. I don't even actually care. I'm just pretending to care because I'm freaking out because this is actually a really large battle and it's very high stakes. Not like meat stakes. That would be weird. It's very high stakes in terms of the fact that we could lose everything here. We could lose a lot of power if we aren't careful. Although we've done a pretty good job of dealing with this situation so far. And these assault frigates are going to go down in seconds. Oh, look at it. You're done. Missile destroyer, I swear to goodness if you hit that research station, I'm going to kill you. Not even kidding, you're done. I will kill you myself. Assault frigates continue to engage the corvettes. Ah, perfect. Perfect, we have trounced them! We only lost one frigate in the process as well. They thought they were so cool hiding in like a supernova cloud. Psh, nothing. You're nothing. Look at you. You're dead now. How can you be anything if you're dead? The answer is you kind of can't be. Ah, we've got one little thing coming in over here. I think it's another... Yeah, it is another group of assault frigates. However, they have been flying through open space so long that they are incredibly damaged. We apparently have a proximity warning. Oh, that is the heavy cruiser we brought in.
Victory.
It's a good one.
Group 10 to combat stations.
Okay.
Group 9 to combat stations.
Take out that one last attack bomber, which is for some reason
Enemy
around.
base and fleet destroyed.
No,
Hyperspace
seriously?
drives online.
They got eaten alive when we actually started fighting them. We're also totally not going to sit around and wait to bring in the resources because it's just too much effort around here. Oh, they're going down like flies. Like pathetic flies! They live only for one day and then they die. Although admittedly Taiidan pilots probably don't only live for one day. But you get what I mean. It's a statement. We just have to wait to bring in this heavy cruiser, which will be about 5 seconds because it's about to go into the hangar bay. Come on, drop into the hangar bay. Yes! Oh my lord, people! I don't know if you've realized what's happened here. We have made a resounding victory. Did you hear that sound? Heavy cruiser captured. That is the best sound I've heard in a long time. This is a good day, my friends. This is a good day. Come on, let out the heavy cruiser. Go ahead. Do it. Come on. Let it out. Mothership? Mothership? Do not withhold the heavy cruiser from me. It's okay, we have it anyway. Okay, these guys are chilling out here, not being dead. I think. Pretty sure they're not being dead. I think we got the heavy cruiser. Slightly debatable. It hasn't come out yet. I'm concerned, but it's okay. Well, that brings us to the end of the episode. regardless of whether or not that... Ah, there it is. Oh, thank you so much for coming out at the right time. There's our heavy cruiser right there. Look at it. That is the greatest weapon that we can possibly have. 4 heavy swivel turrets. 6, actually. It's 6 heavy swivel turrets. 2 twin ion cannons. It's gorgeous. Regardless. Okay, that brings us to the end of the episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, like and subscribe. There'll be more in the future as we continue to sock it to the Taiidan. I mean, we really taught them a lesson by capturing their heavy cruiser and blowing up their pathetic research station over here. They didn't stand a stinking chance. And look at our fleet. It's still fairly intact. Damaged, but intact. So yeah, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and have fun with the hyperspace. We're gonna quick dock because nobody's gonna make it through all that open space. Quick dock.
Hyperspace initiated.